Hello everyone, this is Carl, and this is the launch video for the big double book launch for Managed Services in a Month and Service Agreements for SMB Consultants. So I'm Carl Palachuk. If you haven't met me before, please connect with me online. I'm the author of several books, and so today I'm going to talk about my 16th and 17th books, which are Managed Services in a Month, 3rd edition, and Service Agreements for SMB Consultants, revised edition. Basically, I'm going to walk you through the information that's at the MSIAM3.com, Managed Services in a Month 3.com website, and go through why you should choose each of these options and which one is right for you. This is, I'll be very honest, this is a sales video, so I'm going to walk you through each of those options. The first option is called the new books, $59.99. Basically, you're going to get about 15% off of these books. That's kind of the deal. They're not that expensive in the first place, you know, 30, 40 bucks. So, you know, you're going to save some money, no question about it. During the launch, I'm only selling these two books together. So if you want to buy them separately, that's cool. Then you just need to wait until the 1st of December and you'll be able to buy each of them separately. So Managed Services in a Month, 3rd edition, is completely revised from beginning to end. I've got 10 completely new chapters. I talk about BDRs and bundling and cloud services and lots of other stuff that was not in the previous edition. So there's more than 100 new pages, and for those of you who've done a search, if you go to Amazon and you put in Managed Services, then you're going to see that this is pretty much always the #1 book for Managed Services on Amazon, and certainly over the course of 10 years has sold more than probably all of the other books, you know, on the first page of Amazon's page for about 10 years. Usually the #2 book is Service Agreements for SMB Consultants. So again, this has been completely revised. I've gone through all the agreements. You know, people ask me, gosh, that book is old. Is it still relevant? You know, one of the things that's very important to remember about service agreements is that the agreement is about your relationship with your clients and your relationship with government tax agencies. It is not about the specific services you offer. So you can staple a list of the specific services at the end, or you can put it as an amendment, or you can copy it into a certain section of your agreement. But the agreement is about saying, hey, we have this relationship. I promise I'm going to bill you. You promise you're going to pay me. I'm going to pay my taxes. You're going to pay your taxes. If you have an entity other than yourself as a sole proprietor, then you want to make sure you sign your agreements as president of the corporation or president of the LLC or whatever it might be, so that you keep your personal stuff out of it. Anyway, so service agreements are very important, but they're really not about your specific offering. Anyway, I go into great detail about all of that in the totally revised edition of Service Agreements. So I'm only selling these as a set during the launch. You can buy them separately next month. People have asked me, do I get the paperback if I buy the ebook? And the answer is no, unless you buy options 2, 3, 4, 5. So option 1, I just literally don't make enough money to be able to send out paperbacks and ebooks at the same bundle, right? So you got to buy them separately. On all the other bundles, you will get the paperback version of both books in addition to the e-version of both books. And that's simply because there's enough money to be able to still make a decent profit at that. So option 2, you get everything in option 1, both books, plus the class Managed Services in a Month applying the book. This is one of our absolute most popular classes, and over at GreatLittleSeminar.com we sell all of these classes for $259 each. It's 5 weeks, online, interactive. All of our classes have a great deal of handouts and interaction, lots of question time, lots of opportunity to interact with the instructor. There's always homework. Obviously, you don't have to do the homework, but if you do, we will give you feedback on it. And the point of the homework, especially for managed services in a month, is to say, look, we're gonna get you to being a full-fledged managed service provider with a new bundled offering. So we have to look at what is your offering. Okay, so the homework is to put together that offering, and then who is your ideal client, and how are you going to look at the financial piece of that. So there's homework about that, and then what does your agreement look like, and there's homework about that, right? So it's a great opportunity to be able to do that. And what's really cool for this bundle is the class is $259. So if you bought it separately, it would be $259. In this bundle, you get both books in both formats, plus you get this class for $259.99. So it's literally like getting option 1 thrown in for 99 cents. Also, this class will be offered twice during 2018, and starting in 2018, this class will be offered at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. the same day live. So you could actually attend it twice, and if you got questions in the morning that didn't get answered, you could watch it in the afternoon. This is also a nod to my friends in Australia who are tired of getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to attend class. So this puts the class at 10 or 11 o'clock the next day in Australia and New Zealand. So maybe 9 o'clock in New Zealand. But anyway, it allows those folks to be able to attend that class live, and for me not have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning my time. Option 3 is just adding another class for the other book. So this is the class, Service Agreements for SMB Consultants, applying the book, in addition to the class on Managed Services in a Month and all versions of, or both versions of both books. So if you put these two classes together, that is a great, great price. So both books and both classes only $459.99. Again, Service Agreements for SMB Consultants will be offered twice in 2018, and it will be offered at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. on each of those days. Again, 5 weeks, interactive, and you can set office hours. So if you say, hey, I have a question about this, you can schedule a time, and we can schedule some phone time to go over course material. And again, lots and lots of forms, lots of downloads, interactive stuff, and the homework. So this is just a summary about those two classes, which if you just go to greatlittleseminar.com, it will cost you $518 to get those two classes. And in this bundle, it's only $459.95. So that's a truly great deal if you're going to be taking both classes and working through both books. And to be honest, if you sign up for any of these, you'll be able to attend the other. So if you sign up for the January classes, you'll be able to take the July and September classes. So once you are in, you can redo that class during 2018 and sit in on it and get deeper information if that's of use to you. It may or may not be, but I just want to make sure that that opportunity is there. So that's a truly great bargain, and there are many people, I promise you this is going to happen. People will attend that first class and kick themselves if they didn't buy the second class. So I highly encourage you to go ahead and take the opportunity now. I know it's a ton of money, I get that, but on the other hand, you will absolutely get the value out of it. Every one of these classes will pay for itself. I mean, if you think about it, you need a couple of hours worth of labor you have to sell or save in order for that class to pay for itself. So it's pretty easy to get that value out of these classes. Option 4 is to get all of that stuff that you've got in the previous 3, plus the 4-volume set of Managed Services Operations Manual. So this set has been extremely popular. Amazon, for whatever reason, does not sell it as a 4-book set, so they sell each book separately. So it'll cost you just $1 or 50 cents short of $320 on Amazon for all 4 books. At SMB Books, we sell the set for $279.95, so it's basically $280 at SMB Books. In this bundle, if you add it to the previous options, then you're really only paying an extra $200 for this set of books. So that is a spectacular deal, once again. And again, I'm only doing this in this bundle this week. This will end Friday. So Friday at midnight, it's gone, and then we're back to the regular prices. So if you need this, if you haven't already got the 4-volume set, this is a great opportunity to do that. Finally, option 5 is all that other stuff, plus there's a class, core standard operating procedures, that is literally going through. I can't go through everything in those 4 books. That would be 17 classes. So, but what I do go through is what are the most important SOPs that you need, and what I think are the ones that are core to your business. And of course, anything in those books is fair game for bringing up in class and so forth. Again, tons of handouts, tons of homework, and a lot of interaction. So that's offered once next year in October. But if you buy it now, it's only an extra $200. So again, you're saving $59 right off the bat. And then I'm going to throw in, just to fill out your library, Relax, Focus, Succeed, which is my guide to balancing your personal and professional lives and being more successful in both. And then Project Management with my good friend Dana Goulston. And that's a great class or a great book that literally, if you follow the formula in that book, you will never lose money on a project again. Like that, if you don't do anything else today, go buy that book separately for $40. It will be worthwhile. And then the Network Documentation Workbook, which is a little old, but hey, it sells every day for $69, and it's absolutely worthwhile. So that bundle, if you take the original 2 books plus the 4-book set plus these 3, you've got a bunch of books which are worth the price all by themselves, and then you've got 3 classes added into that, and so it's a great bundle worth a little over $1,200. So you're going to save 30% on that today. So if you just need to fill out your library, this is the one to get. And if you say, well, I already bought Relax, Focus, Succeed, can I get a reduction? The answer is no. Like, there's so much savings in this. I'm sorry, but you know, if you already bought one piece of it, that's just the way it goes. And I think the savings, you know, the $400 in savings makes it worthwhile if you've already got one of those products. So that's the offer, and it is lots and lots of details are over at the website msiam3.com, and that site is only good this week. It dies at midnight on the 17th, so get there, figure out which one of these is the right one for you. If you have questions for me, Monday, November 13th at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern should be an N there, I'm going to do a live webinar, and you don't have to memorize this link. I'm going to put it down below the video on YouTube. I'm also going to put it on the blog post at blog.smallbizthoughts.com. So go to my blog, click on that link, and register for that webinar. And any questions you have about any of this material, I'll be very, very happy to answer that at noon today, Monday, November 13th, and that's 3 p.m. Eastern. So thank you very much for tuning in. I sincerely appreciate your business. You know, the last time I did a launch, it was for that 4-book set, and I sold them at such a great price. A friend of mine said, you know, the people who are buying this during your book launch are your most avid fans. These people would have paid $100 more than what you're charging, no questions asked. And I said, well, that may be true, but the point of my launch is I want the people who follow me to get the best price. I want them to get a great bargain, and I want them to never regret the money that they have invested in their business through my company. So I want my friends to get the best deal, and then when the sale's over, and strangers who wander in off the street, well, they pay full price. So anyway, that's my philosophy. There is a money-back guarantee on absolutely everything I sell, so please go check it out, watch that blog, and please make your decision this week. I promise you this will all go away at the end of the week. The books will then be available for sale December 1st at my regular website, the smbooks.com. Thanks for tuning in. Email me questions or tune into my live webinar at noon today. Thank you.